Hello princesses! Today I'm going to be talking about the APieu BB Maker, and this is in the moisture version. I picked this up because it was incredibly inexpensive. I think it was like $3 or $4 US, and I kind of was like, that seems like a great deal, let's give it a go, because you know I love a good bargain. I've tried quite a few APieu products recently and none of the colours normally work out that well for me, so I had 3 of the cushions, and then I've done a couple of cushions previous to that as well, and they're all just a little bit pink. Unfortunately this is no different, it is just that little bit pink, but I feel like this one is probably more yellow than a lot of the other ones that I have tried recently. If it was just that little bit more yellow, I would be super happy with it, but it's tolerable. So for this one, the product description says, correct skin tone, brighten complexion, improve wrinkles, and protect your skin against harmful UV rays with this BB cream. Contains apple extract, golden kiwi extract, and olive oil to moisturize, and sprout extract to smoothen the skin. The packaging of this BB cream is very simple. It has a small squeeze tube for the opening, and the outer is just a yellow and black with some text on it. I have the shade 211, which is the lighter of the 2 shades offered. So this one is light beige, and then they have 212, which is natural beige. And here is it in comparison to the rest of the foundations in my collection at the moment. So this is my current foundation collection. So over here we have NARS Sheer Glow in Siberia, the Bobbi Brown Intensive Skin Serum in 00 Alabaster, the Etude House Double Lasting Serum Foundation in Y03 Ivory, the Annecy Liquid Foundation in the shade 100. This is the Peri Peri Ink Drop BB in the shade Ivory. I think this one might have gone bad because it's not usually quite this orange. The Holika Holika Hardcover Glow Foundation in shade 01 Ivory, the EX1 Invisiwear Foundation in the lighter shade, which is shade number 1. This is the Cleo Kill Cover Airwear Powder Foundation, and that is in the shade number 2. The Etude House Double Lasting Cushion Foundation in the shade Y03 Ivory. The Moonshot Micro Setting Cushion in the shade 101. These 3 here are the APieu cushions. So the first one has the llama print, the second has the fox print, and the third one has the corgi print. Then we have the Semul Cover Foundation in the shade 01, and the last one is the APieu Moisture BB Maker in the shade 211 Light Beige. So I'm going to be applying this BB cream using a cushion puff, just pretty much like how I apply every product. I find that this gives me the best coverage, so if I use a damp beauty blender, sometimes the coverage is a little bit too sheer because the sponge does soak up a little bit of the product, and I find that if I use a brush, it's just kind of streaky. I don't know, I'm not the hugest fan of using brushes for my makeup, like a makeup base. Obviously for like blush and eyeshadow and stuff I do use brushes, but not for my base. This BB cream is super easy to apply, it doesn't really need much attention, you can kind of just pat it on lazily and it is still pretty much fine. It does have a nice satiny finish. It's not too shiny and dewy, but it is definitely not a matte finish. And it has really nice light to medium coverage. So that is the BB cream on one half of my face there, and then on the other half. The colour isn't bad. It is a little bit off in terms of my neck. My neck looks a little bit more yellow, but it's definitely not bad. So I'm going to do the other half of my face. So that is my full face with the BB cream. The coverage is nice and light. It's not super heavy on my skin, but it does look nice and healthy and glowy. It looks a little bit too glowy in some centres. So I am going to be setting this one with a powder, and I will check in with you guys throughout the day. So this BB cream has been on for 5.5 hours now, and my skin is looking pretty decent. It does come off quite a bit around my nose, so I have been wearing my glasses and sunglasses today, and you can definitely see where they have been now that I've taken them off. It's not so bad if I just keep my glasses on, obviously you wouldn't be able to see, but there is definitely a pretty noticeable mark. Other than that, it's holding up pretty well. It's not too glowy or too oily so far, but it still is like nice and fresh and dewy. The coverage isn't wearing off anywhere aside from underneath my lip, so you can see that there's kind of like what we call a tarnish mark underneath my lip at the moment, because I have been playing the flute for a couple of hours today, and the flute metal, silver, is reacting with the base. So it does that sometimes. I don't know what ingredient it is, but you can see how that part here looks like a shadow. It's not actually a shadow, it's a tarnish mark. and there is a little bit worn off on the bottom of my chin. I don't know why, because I mean, I've been playing the flute, but it sits there, not on the base of my chin. It sits like where your gums are. But other than that, I'm happy with how it is wearing so far, and I'll check back with you guys at the end of the day, which is going to be, I think, 11 hours. I've got to go teach, and then I have my dance class, and then I'll be back. So this BB cream has been on for 12 hours now, which is a pretty long day, and this is how my skin is looking. It is a little bit more shiny because I do have the ring light on, because it is obviously dark outside now. If the light isn't shining directly and so brightly on me, it's actually not too bad. However, my nose feels really like damp. It's so oily. So I think it's tolerable, but it's definitely not the best in terms of oil control, because I can feel the oil on my fingertips. It's not coming off too bad apart from around my nose, and obviously my chin is, obviously that coverage has not come back from there. So overall the longevity is pretty average. It's still here, it's not like dripping off my face, but it definitely feels and looks oily. Overall, I've been enjoying using this BB cream. However, it's not one that I can wear for an extremely long period of time, because it does get really oily, to the point where like I can touch my nose, especially my nose, and my finger feels wet, like with oil, which is so gross, just like ugh. And if I like brush too hard, it will come off, so I will end up with patches missing on my face, which is not cute. However, if I'm only wearing it for a very short amount of time, I think that it is a lovely product. I think that the color looks fine on me. It's slightly off, but not so much that I actually need to complain about it, which is probably a nice thing for you guys to hear. It's easy to apply, though I do feel like I need to use quite a lot of it, as it is a little bit more on the sheer side, and it makes my skin look really nice. It's not super moisturizing, and I don't feel like at the end of the day my skin feels more moisturized, but it definitely doesn't accentuate any of my dry patches. So if you do have drier skin, this is definitely something that I would recommend for you. Overall, it's not a super impressive product, but it is very nice. It's quite nice for travel, I would say. This is only a 20-gram bottle, so it is nice and malleable, so it's not going to break in your luggage if you are traveling, and it is a small size as well. So if you're wanting a good all-round BB cream, I would highly recommend the APieu BB Maker in Moisture. I haven't tried the other ones. I think there are 2 other formulas, and I don't really know what they are, but maybe I'd be interested in trying them. What do you guys think? Would you like to see the other formulas of this BB cream? But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!